All hail black women.
This little cutie is my son Bennett. As you can see, my son is a white male, so here are some books that I bought to help prevent him from growing up to be awful.
I am racist. Oh my God, he just said he's racist. It shouldn't be this hard, you guys. If you live in America and you are white, you are indoctrinated, you are oppressive, and yes, you are racist.
Hey, what's up? Just kidding. Welcome back to my main channel. Hi, how are you? In today's video, we are reacting to a very specific phenomenon that I have noticed growing over time that I wasn't quite sure we were ready to talk about, but I think we're ready to talk about it. This group is a group that I personally like to call the white saviors. Now, these specifically are going to be TikTok videos. However, this is not exclusive to TikTok. This is clearly a plague on all of the land. There's just a high concentration of them on that app, which I am now banned from, by the way. We'll get into that. So who are the woke white saviors? These are people that are so deep in the woke sauce, sounds gross, that are basically just so woke and trying so hard to prove that they are not racist or they are not anti-LGBT that they actually end up being racist and being anti-LGBT. It's like a pendulum effect. You know, the type who think so little of minorities and are racist via soft expectations that they think that minorities can't get IDs to vote. Or the ones that will scream from the rooftop that all white people are racist, just projecting their own internal feelings. Speak for yourself, boo-boo. Hunty, boo-boo, titty, fuck. These people have severe savior complexes. They think they know the answers to all of minorities' problems even better than minorities themselves. Like, they know the struggle better than the actual minority. This can also be applied to people who are not trans, calling me transphobic for having opinions on my own experience as a trans person. But that's a whole other video. You know, the ones who think that you're not a real minority if you disagree with them?
You ain't black.
These are just really spineless individuals who actually seek public lashing, so we're gonna give it to them today. But before we jump in, I have to obviously plug something very special. If you follow me on Instagram, which, why wouldn't you? You know that I was in Tom MacDonald's new music video, Snowflakes. The music video just dropped a few days ago. It's already #1 on iTunes in all genres. It's been trending on YouTube Music every single day since it came out. And it was honestly such a cool experience. It was such an honor to be asked. He rarely ever has people in his videos if you look at his catalog of work. So the fact that he wanted me in the video was definitely an honor, definitely very humbling. And I think all the shots of me just came out so sick. You know, I was really worried about it because as a YouTuber and someone who is, for the most part, in control of my own image and what shots are used and the lighting and everything, like, it can be nerve-wracking to just go into a studio, a big production like this, and like let them take all the control. But it came out amazing. I'm so happy about it. After you watch this video, definitely go watch the music video. It is such a treat. But with that being said, I just had to talk about it. So let's move on to the video. Okay, so this first one has gone viral on Twitter because of how fucking cringe it is. This is a mom who is upset and worried that her son is a white male. Tragic.
Hi there, my name is Sarah. This little cutie is my son Bennett. As you can see, my son is a white male, so here are some books that I bought to help prevent him from growing up to be awful.
That's so fucked up. There is something so insidious and toxic about being so knee deep in like woke ideology that you assume that your son is going to be an awful person simply by virtue of his skin color. And it perfectly highlights that this is the type of mindset that is so antithetical and opposite toward the direction we actually should be going in as a society, which is that skin color does not matter. Content of character does matter. And also, I just feel bad for this baby that he's gonna grow up knowing that his ass mom did this TikTok. Like, some of y'all that are parents and put content out with your kids need to really like watch what you put out. Like, I can only imagine growing up and like learning there's this viral video of me from years ago that of my mom acting a fool like this. Like, that's embarrassing.
Starting out strong, we have C is for consent. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's a picture book that goes into detail about consent with your body, with family.
I think that that's an important thing to teach kids. Obviously, consent is a very important thing to teach, but why specifically because he's white? Like, I don't understand.
Because I'm raising a feminist, we've got A is for awesome, 23 inspirational women. Next, we have I Clean Like Daddy. There's even a page in the end where the whole family is cleaning together to show that it's not just mom and sister's job. Finally, we have Except When They Don't, a book about boys and girls liking whatever they want, regardless of their gender.
So I'm actually not mad at any of the virtues taught in those books. Like, I don't see them as toxic. Although the raising your child to be a feminist thing is a bit extra for me. I mean, like, raising your child to have a political predisposition, I prefer just being allowed to think whatever you want. That's how I was raised, at least. Like, my mom has wildly different views than me, but it's because she didn't raise me to believe everything she believed. She understood that I was going to be my own person, and I find that that's so important. So my gripe isn't the virtues in the books, it's the fact that she's putting her baby's face out saying that because he's white, he's going to be awful if I don't teach him consent, as if, like, people are more or less understanding of consent based on skin color. Like, what?
I am the oppressor. I am racist. Oh my God, he just said he's racist. It shouldn't be this hard, you guys. If you live in America, went to school, participate in the socioeconomic structures, participate in any sort of system, education, business, entertainment, what have you, and you are white, you are indoctrinated, you are oppressive, and yes, you are racist. It is.
Okay, I can get with the idea that growing up in a multicultural country like the States, that you grow up and inherently I think that everyone has some level of like bias about groups. Like, everyone does in every direction, and you can't really deny that. But to me, it's just so crazy how like he's projecting his own feelings. Like, I'm sorry that you feel like you're racist and you feel as though your race is superior to another person's race, but you're somehow trying to counteract it by like expressing this like guilt or virtue about it. But like, not everyone is racist, honey. It doesn't matter what the race color is. Like, not all white people believe that they're superior to people of color. Someone help him. He literally needs a Zanny badly. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you the reason why I'm actually banned from TikTok, since we're reacting to TikToks. I'm going to show you guys the TikTok that I got banned for, and you tell me in the comments if you think that was ban worthy. So super straight is apparently a thing. And I have to say, as a trans person, if I am not your preference, I am a-okay with that. And any trans person who's not okay with that, something's wrong with them. They're creepy. However, I find it so funny that the people who are the most offended by super straight are the same people who invent new sexualities once a week like it's a merch drop. Like, at this point, there are hundreds of sexualities online that are less valid than a straight person who doesn't have attraction to trans people. Chill out. I did an entire video on my YouTube channel about this. Click the link in my bio. I literally got banned for being a trans woman with an opinion on trans dating. So, you know, young girls dancing in bikinis to their audiences of hundreds of thousands of grown men is like not a problem, but like me having that very benign, non-offensive at all opinion is a problem. Okay, bye TikTok.
Black women are the reason that Donald Trump is no longer going to be our president.
All hail black women.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think the worst is when these people like put this on their kids. You know what that video reminds me of? It literally, do you guys remember Gazi Kodzo? Gazi Kodzo is this YouTuber who I tried to debate like years ago, and he had like this pack of like white people that followed him around, and he would like make them pay him.
Just like dogs, they need training. I'm going to show you. These well-trained male Saxons, toilet seat complexion individuals, okay? Disciples of white Jesus, okay? So let's talk to them real quick and let's see what they have to say. What your name is?
Jackson.
Uhuru Jackson. You owe me reparations.
I do.
What your name is?
Prince.
Uhuru Prince.
Uhuru.
Now, why you owe for reparations?
Because as a white person, I sit on the pedestal.
What your name is?
Jesse.
Jesse, you owe me reparations.
Correct.
And I want it. When do I want it?
Now.
When do I want it?
Now.
Now you gotta hurry up because you gotta get out the sun, girl. You ain't got no sunscreen, girl. We gotta save your skin. Hurry up, girl. Hurry up.
Okay.
You know the sun don't like you, girl. Come on now.
Okay, every white person does owe reparations. And
Is that a kink? That has to be a kink, right? I feel like all roads lead to like that kind of thing. Like, if something ever is too confusing, I just assume that it's some sort of like fetish. Like, if it doesn't make sense, then there must be some kind of rocks you're getting off like by doing it. And the reason why I make fun of these people and critique these types of people is because it is, like I said, so inherently antithetical towards the direction we need to be going in, which is less division and not more. I can't speak to living life as a black person or living life as any other minority that I am not, but I am trans and I am biracial. And the last thing to me that I ever want to be seen as is a victim. This attitude is very condescending in my opinion. It's very much actually giving me supremacist vibes, like that you can't do anything by yourself. We're here to save you. We're like the powerful white people who are going to save the little minorities who can't think for themselves, can't do anything for themselves, can't get an ID to vote. A perfect example I saw recently of this is a video where this guy was going around on a college campus asking a bunch of white people what they think of voter ID laws and is it bad to require an ID to vote, and like the things that they said were so... Here.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works. A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data. For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed.
This is literally racism of soft expectations. Like, you think minorities are so dumb that they can't get an ID to, like, everyone has an ID. And if you don't have an ID, you can get it online, you can get it, like, it's $20 at a DMV. People don't have less or more access to getting an ID based on the color of their skin. These are the same people that will say other people are racist when in reality, look what you actually think of people of color. I just cannot. With all that being said, the key in life is just treating people like you're equals. That's it. That's it. Please do that. Please just be kind to people regardless of who they are, what they look like, or what they think. That's all. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel. I'll put an annotation somewhere on the screen for you to do that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I am no longer on TikTok. Consider subscribing to my Patreon where my podcast is exclusively shown, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.